What's up, guys? So, there's a question that I've always asked. Well, I shouldn't say always, but oftentimes still. But there's a question I always would ask myself when I was first starting out animating and as an artist, even drawing a lot. It's like, what should I animate? Right? I had this pressure to like animate like all these things like realistic and stylized and cartoony and all the other in between animations that I needed these kind of different styles, right? And I hated it because I would feel like all these like other animators are doing some really cool stuff and really like punchy stuff and like different stuff, and and even as a 2D artist, I was like, man, I need to animate that, right? And I would get so jealous, or not necessarily jealous, but just like so envious of those creators that were creating that stuff. But like whenever I would try to do it, it would never come out like that. And the whole time I was doing it, I was just bored, right? Like not only was I bored, but I was upset at myself, or like I was hating the whole process. And the reason I was hating the whole process is because like I didn't enjoy it. So, like, my question of today, or like my kind of advice of today, is like, don't worry about animating what you don't enjoy. Don't worry about animating what everybody else is animating, right? And that's really hard to do, right? When you see all these people and all these artists and all these animators making these really cool animations, and like, you're not animating that, or like, you can't animate that either because you're not there, or because that's just not what you enjoy. But for some reason, there's this like reason that you feel like you have to animate that thing, right? And it really started coming out, and I really started realizing this when I was like pushing my 2D drawings and everything. I like, there was a realistic art style, so many different art styles, and I was like trying to do like these art styles that weren't me, right? I was trying to create these styles and all these different things that like weren't me, and like I was realizing that I just wasn't enjoying drawing. And so I stopped drawing because I felt like I needed to draw like those other people, and I started drawing what I wanted to draw in my own style. And I got over that whole idea that like I had to be a certain kind of artist to be successful. And that's not true, right? The same goes for animation, right? I felt like at times like I wasn't animating the right things, and my content wasn't going to be enjoyable, or like my animations weren't going to be enjoyable. And I just came to the conclusion, like, I stopped trying to animate what I didn't care about, right? And what I mean is, it was like, when I was animating, I just wasn't enjoying any of it. I hated all of it because I just wasn't enjoying it. And so I stopped animating that way. And I know for a fact that so many artists, like, feel that way, right? And I feel like I never watched a video, or probably not many, that explained this, or like told me it's okay not to enjoy animating or drawing. It's probably not that you don't enjoy it. It's probably what you're animating that you don't enjoy, right? Because you're trying to be like some other artist. You're trying to be like some other animator. And it's like, you don't have to do that. Just animate what you want. If you like animating realistic, and if you look at like cartoony stuff, and you're like, man, that's really cool, I wish I could do that, but like when you try and do it, it's just not coming out, and it just sucks, then don't do it, right? But if you are good at realistic animating, I'm not good at realistic animating. I'm terrible at it. I'm way better at like stylized animation, right? I can do some realistic things, but like if you told me to polish up a realistic thing, I couldn't do it because I just don't like doing it, and I'm not going to do that. If somebody came to me and asked me, or like somebody was going to pay me to like say, hey, I have this animation, it needs to be more on the realistic side, can you do this? I would straight up and say, no, I don't like doing that, or I don't want to do that. Or some 2D, if some person wanted me to design a logo or design a character or something like that, and they said, can you do it in a more realistic style? I would say, no, I can't, and I don't want to anyway, because I'm not going to give you good results, and I'm not going to enjoy it at all. I'm just going to hate it the whole time, either because I just don't enjoy animating and drawing realistically, or I'm going to hate it because I suck at it so bad, right? I'm just not good at that kind of artwork, right? And it's okay if you're not either. It's okay if you're not good at cartoony. Do what you're good at and do what you're enjoying, right? And if you're just all around not enjoying animating, it's really a hard pill to swallow when you want to animate so bad. Like, you have all these ideas in your head, but you just can't get them out. It's okay, like, to not be good yet. You're going to get there, okay? And find, like, an art that you enjoy creating, and don't try and be somebody else, right? Like, it's okay to have, like, inspirational mentors, and it's okay to, like, look up to these people, but don't try to be them, okay? Because you're not them. You are you, and you are amazing. And what you need to do is you need to draw what you bring to the table, right? You need to find what you bring to the table and then push that, okay? There are some things, art styles, that I absolutely hate, and I can't understand how anybody likes that. But for some reason, they have tons and tons of views. They have tons and tons of stuff, right? And I just can't stand the art style. There's just certain art styles that I just can't stand. I just cringe at them. And I will never animate like that. I will never try, because I don't want to, because I don't like it. And that's okay. If you like that, animate that style, but make it your own, because you are amazing and you are your own artist. So just bring what you have to the table and push it, and you will get there, okay? I promise you will get there. If you are bringing yourself, don't try to bring some other artist to the table. Don't try to bring somebody else. Bring you, because you are amazing, okay? That's my advice for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave comments. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see more of, and on all that stuff. Of course, I always have my Discord channel, the Animation Help, where I try to help as many people as I can. I leave feedback. I check it daily. Sometimes I miss a day or two because I'm so busy all the time. But anyways, thanks, guys. Happy animating.